Welcome back to a new video, lads and lassies. I'm going to do my best not to say, hey guys, welcome back, hi guys, hi guys, because I noticed a lot lately that's a lot of influencer crap, and I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm just me with 37 years of experience, hoping to share some of my photographs and some of my video work and hopefully inspire you guys to get similar type shots or ask questions saying how do you get that particular style photograph, or how do you edit the clouds that way, or how do you put a video together that way. And I'm more than happy to help. I don't mind sharing my experience. You know, if you take time to watch my videos and you want to learn how to do this, I'll happily help. So with that in mind, recently Martin Leonard, aka D13 Photographer on Instagram, had asked me about how I process some of my photos and get my skies the way they are. So with that, I'm actually going to share my editing secrets with you. And this is all done through Adobe Lightroom. So hopefully you use this program and you'll be able to get some benefit from this video. Sit back, relax and enjoy.
You're watching Rene Brun, the official channel.
Okay, recently we had a few nice sunrises, and as you're aware, I'm not really a sunrise sunset photographer, but I thought I'd get a few shots, get out early, you know, I wake early, so I go into Adobe Lightroom, and the first thing I usually do is change the aspect ratio. I'll either shoot it by 3:2 or 16:9. Now the secret for the skies is to go into the effects folder and adjust the clarity and dehaze the shot. Now I would play around this a bit to see which works best. After I adjust that, I would then go into the color mix and adjust the individual colors in the sky to see what works best. Bring out some of the saturation and the luminance of the shot, go into the individual colors and play around till I find something I like personally, not something that looks good and that's going to appeal to everyone else. I do this for me. These shots are mainly for me. If someone likes them and they buy them, great. If not, I'm still happy with the shot. So I go in and I adjust the individual colors as you see here. Sometimes again you just need to play around with the different settings, but you just do what works best for yourself. So here I am just adjusting the luminance on the orange part of the sky. Don't want it too orange, so just play around again a bit. Try to make it as natural looking as it was to the human eye, not what the camera picks up. So once I do that, I go into the light section. Here's where I usually play around with shadows, adjust the shadows accordingly, and I'd usually mess around with the highlights as well. Again, it's just to my own personal preference what works best. So we'll just leave this for a minute and see how we get on. So again, I adjust the clarity and I adjust the dehaze. This sometimes when you're shooting, when you have a really bright spot in the image, such as where the sun is peeking through the clouds, you will end up basically adjusting the exposure. Well, not you do it, the camera will automatically adjust the exposure. So again, I'm just going to the crop mode I want. There's a lot of darkness in the bottom here, so I'm going to bring it down to 16:9 and bring the image up a bit and get a bit more of the sky. Next into the color palette and again mix the colors. The camera will always pick the best color that it finds, but it doesn't necessarily match what you see with the human eye. The human eye is completely unmatched for color. So every time I look at an image and a camera, I will still know that it's not 100% perfect in regards to colors, so I will always adjust the colors in every single photograph to what I saw with my eye rather than what the camera picks up on its sensor. And then once I finish with the color, as you can see, I've gone into the light section earlier. I already adjusted a bit, but again, I just want to mess around with the shadows. Do I want too much foreground all lit up? It's a bit distracting. Sometimes I prefer to have it dark. But again, we'll just play around and see what's what. But I think I'm happy with this shot now. Just adjust the contrast and time to move on to the next one. love these type of shots when the rays of light come through the clouds. So I dehazed it and adjusted clarity again. These look much better usually in black and white, but I did deliberately shoot colour this morning, so that's why the shot's in colour. But you see, there's a nice sky as well. There's a bit of a storm front coming in. So let's just mess around now with the contrast. I've already adjusted the shadows. Let me see, that's looking okay so far. Now, I don't like all that grass on the bottom. I might crop that a bit. Let me just adjust it, straighten up the horizon. That's always important in a shot. It drives me nuts when you see horizons are completely off. So now I just go in and adjust the colour balance again. Bring a bit of the grass up at the front. Bit of foreground action. That's what I did in this particular shot. As you can see, I'm in the colour mix, adjusting all the colours slightly, just to get the tones exactly right, just the way I want them. Make sure I get the whites on the clouds. Adjust the blacks. Now, again, 3x2, I want to change it to 16:9. Looks like it would be a nice shot mounted and printed. Just take a bit more of the grass off, adjust it accordingly, and done. On to the next picture. Now, as you can see, a very similar shot, but I knew at the time taking it that would look good in black and white. So here we go. Martin getting the skies perfect with black and white. As you can see, straight onto the clarity and dehaze. It's it's a great effect. It's really great on black and white shots. It works better on black and white than it does colour. So again, I've adjusted that, just playing around a bit more. Going back, yeah, that's pretty much what I want. Just adjust the shadows at the front, bring up some of the grass, bring down some of the highlights and adjust the contrast. Just adjust some of the whites, then the blacks, and again adjust the aspect ratio. Make sure I have some of that nice sky in it. And that's pretty much it. The effects browser in Adobe Lightroom for the clarity and dehaze is just brilliant for the black and whites. Now, something a bit different. Another colour shot, but I'm going to play around with the hue on some of these colours and make it really pop. So here we go again, into the clarity and dehaze. Now that's already looking nice, but I'm going to bring up some of the shadows at the front. Or maybe, actually, you know what, I think I'll leave it dark. I think it looks better dark. Let me just adjust the actual size of the image. And into the colour mix we go. Play around with the saturation. Now again, these are all personal preference, lads and lassies. I nearly said personal preference, guys. Now these are all personal preference for the actual shot. You know, sometimes it isn't depicting what you really saw, but again, sometimes you just want a shot that just is like, wow, stands out, you know, just you're like, holy crap, that's a crazy picture, you know. And I like that effect sometimes, especially with the colour. So I mess around. I want to play around with the hues here and add a little purple tint to the sky, because I always think that actually looks kind of crazy when you do it. It does give a really nice effect, and of course a lot of people like the colour purple. But what I want to do here is use the AI tool to remove that bit of water going inland. I prefer to have the majority of the bottom of the image dark, so I'll just go in again and let AI just remove the little inland, inlets of water. And once I'm happy with that, just do a little bit at the bottom and click done when I'm finished with that there. And last but not least, the poet Marcus Brannock, sitting down here in the White House pub in Baldoyle. You can't beat a good pub treat, as I like to call them, which is a portrait taken in a pub. And as look, I just quickly snuck behind the counter here to get this shot from the barman's side. As you see again, play around with the clarity and dehaze. It's fairly quick to do these in black and white, and especially coming from the like of black and whites, they're just so good, so it doesn't require much attention. That's it. Enjoy.